So just extending, taking some space between your legs and letting your feet fall open. Notice that your thighs are soft and relaxed with that. And then taking your palms and just flipping them up to the ceiling so that it feels like your shoulders are dropped back. And then just closing your eyes, taking that big deep breath through the nose if you can. And just starting to tune into your breath. So tune out of your mind, your thoughts, and tune into your breath. Okay, and let's start to move our fingers and toes around. Start feeling all the knuckles as you curl in every finger and curl in all the toes. And then try to squeeze fists and squeeze the bottoms of the feet, contract all the muscles in your foot. And then spread your hands, your fingers, and splay the toes. And let's do that a few times. Squeeze fist and feet, and spread fingers and toes. Okay, and then let's take thumbs right across the palms. Fingers go over the thumbs as we circle our wrists, and we pick our legs up in the air to get into these ankles. Whatever direction you are moving your circles in, stay with it. Go slow, make the circles as big as you can. Okay, let's send it around the other way with these circles. All right, and then we're gonna do our little hip sway from side to side, but we'll do the small range of motion and the fast pace. So let's have our feet together. We'll bend the knees and put the feet on the floor here. My arms are right at my sides. I'm gonna move my knees, my thighs from side to side at a quick tempo. So it looks like this. And then make sure you've tucked in your chin as well. And you're sort of pressing your arms into the floor as you do this. And this tempo is quick. You just lift up one hip and then the other hip. One glute and the other glute. And then let's do 10 more, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now the feet are so wide, they're off of your mat. And then as you sway your thighs here, you're gonna slow this down, make it the biggest range of motion you possibly can. Try to drop one knee in and one knee out with a pause. And go from side to side here. Always the option to take the arms into goalpost and really set your neck and tuck your chin. Reaching the back of the neck into the floor here. Okay, and now we'll take the soles of our feet together. Both knees are open, so you're in bound angle. And then you're gonna take these arms and reach them straight over your head and just push them into the floor here. If you tighten and squeeze your glutes, you're gonna maybe draw the knees down closer to the floor and feel it as a deep stretch through your inner thighs. Okay, and then slowly our knees come together and the shins are up. Okay, and our arms are gonna reach to the sky. And we are gonna coordinate a left leg, a right arm. So as I drop my left leg, I will drop my right arm. Very, very slowly, don't touch the floor. Bring it back nice and slowly. And now your right leg and your left arm will drop towards the floor. Try to kick the leg out straight, but don't touch the ground. Let's just do 10 of these, moving at this slow motion pace. Your low back is your focus. You're gonna really try to keep your low back pressing down. And that might mean that you can't kick the leg out very far, and that's okay. Let's use the low back as our guide. Okay, so I'm at 5. This is this tempo that is annoyingly slow. Stay slow with me for 6. Low back down. 7. 8. 2 more, low back down. Do not lose that. 9, and then last time. Beautiful. Now give yourself a hug from here. So squeeze your thighs in and just rock on that lower back from side to side. Nice work. This is always when I realize I had too much dinner. I hope you didn't. That's the worst. Why do I do that? Okay. We'll rock and roll the spine or lie on your side to sit up. Up to you. We will be coming to table. We'll swing those legs around, come to tabletop. And anyone that just popped on now, have a yoga strap and have your 2 blocks here. Okay, cat-cow spine. We take that inhale, look up, lift head and tail. Take that exhale and round, hugging your stomach muscles. Bring your tailbone under and tuck your chin. Repeat, big inhales. Big exhale. Notice if on your inhale, can you look all the way up and see the ceiling? Lift your tailbone. Okay, now the next time that you get yourself into your rounded back position, hold the rounded back. Let's rock our bums all the way back to heels. You're sitting back in child's pose, and then rock back to table, but stay in your rounded back the whole time. You come back to the heels and back up. Push through that lower back. Okay, next time that we're back up here in table, walk both hands off the right side of your mat, and then start to lower your forehead towards the floor, but keep your hips up. You might feel that you get a deeper stretch down that left side of your back when your hips are up higher. And then we'll just walk that to the left, focusing on the right side. I'm keeping my hips up for this. It's like puppy pose with a little side twist. Okay, nice work. And then we're coming back to table, and we are going to do some strong abs here. With your left leg kicking back behind you, can you exhale and try to drive your left knee to your left arm? Use your stomach muscles, your obliques to get there. And then we kick back, and now can you drive this left knee forward, but try to tap your right elbow. Big exhale, squeeze your abs. Repeat that a few times. So my left leg goes back, it drives to my left arm first. It goes back strong in the glute, and it drives to the right elbow with a twist. Let's try 2 more. Back to the left, over to the right. And then the next time that my left leg drives forward towards my left arm, I'm just gonna monster step it there for kneeling 90-90, and then come up to this position. Your right knee is under your right hip, and your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. With your hands on your hip bones, first rock your pelvis, see if you can tuck your bum under, and then arch your lower back. So notice if you've got movement in your pelvis, first of all, and then hold it in the tuck under position. Hopefully you feel the front of your right hip. You're gonna add your arm, and you're gonna sweep that right arm to the sky. I hope you're feeling this in the front of the right hip, and if it's really tight, stay here. And if you wanted a deeper stretch, you could bend your right elbow, grab it with that left hand, and then maybe lean yourself over to the left. But keep your butt tucked under and your right glute squeezing. And then we'll let that go. Our hands come inside the left foot to this kneeling 90-90 position. And without shifting your hips, drop your elbows towards the floor or towards your block. And then pause here with a little micro move. So I'm just kind of rocking my body forward and back. Really feeling my left hip, a little left hamstring here. And breathe. Okay, you could always walk your hands forward here too. Sometimes it's nice to drop your head, drop your chest towards the floor like you're doing child's pose, but your hips are in 90-90. Okay, and then we're just gonna take that leg back. Nice. Let's do that on the right side. Starting with your right leg kicked back behind you, nice and strong through the heel. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna engage my abdominals, and I'm gonna try to touch my right knee to my right arm. Send it back strong in the glute. Exhale, twist, take my right knee to the left elbow. Good, and we're doing that 4 more times. So strong in the kickback and strong in the pull forward. Really connect to your stomach muscles as you pull forward, 4, and your glute as you kick back. 5, cross body for 6, kick back strong, get ready to step all the way forward and come up into kneeling 90-90. Make your line, knee to ankle, knee to hip, hands on hips, let's rock pelvis. Your mind muscle connecting to the front of your left hip now. Okay, next time that we tuck under, we hold it, we squeeze our left glute, and we send this left arm up to the sky. This might be enough in your body, so close your eyes, breathe, really listen to your body. If you're adding on, maybe you're bending the elbow and grabbing it and leaning to the right. And breathing. Okay, and then as we release it, we come down, hands down, keep your hips square. And then as you start to melt your elbows towards the ground, if you need a block so that you don't shift your hips and get crooked hips here, take your elbows on your block, and then let's do that little micro move. Big breath. And if things really loosen up there and you want to, maybe you're going to try to walk the arms and drop the head. Amazing. Okay, let's tuck that leg in. So I'm going to take a moment in my wrists here. I'm going to spin them backwards this way and curl the toes under at the same time, rocking forward and back. Maybe peeling the base of the palms up if that's not too much. So just feeling wrists, hands, feet. Good job. And then getting ready, because you know what's coming up. I'm gonna sit on my shins and do a little shakeout. Let's come into downward dog when you're ready. Strap is nearby. Hips go up and we start to walk this out. Look through your feet as you pedal it up. And let's walk our feet nice and wide. Maybe have your feet right at the edges of your mat, and then try to press both heels towards the floor without forcing, whatever happens. Try to keep the weight on the outer sides of our feet. And then try to lift your butt bones to the ceiling. You're still looking through the feet, breathing. And with soft knees, we will walk our hands back and find ragdoll at the back of the mat. Get comfortable here, bend your knees, put your tummy on your thighs, shake your head, sway. You can hold opposite elbows if you like. Whatever feels nice, just make sure that you're relaxed. You're shaking out that head, the neck is long. And then as we roll up, we'll do so with strong abs. So hug those stomach muscles in and take your time, ragdoll, roll it up. And then take a moment at the top with your chin to your chest and do those neck circles. I like a half circle in my neck, so just taking ear to shoulder and then coming back across the chest. And then slowly your head comes up, and with nice big circles through the shoulders, let's just walk to the top of the mat. And as soon as we get to the top of the mat, here's where we're going to grab our strap right away here. We're going to focus on some shoulders, some upper body. We're going to take a nice wide grip on this strap, and we're going to see if we can take a nice inhale, bringing this up and behind us, and then bringing it all the way into the lower back, all the way back up to the hips. So if things are real stiff in the shoulders, you might find that you can get to here, but then you have to bend your elbows to get the band behind you, and that is okay. You start with whatever you can. This is where those TheraBands are really nice, because you can stretch it wider where your body needs it to be stretched wider. Okay. but be inhaling, looking up. Nice big full breath, little softness in the knees. And we're gonna do 2 more. And as you go, if things are loosening up and you wanna take your hands closer together, you can try to inch your hands in a little bit closer together, making it more challenging, but don't force it. Okay, and those are so beautiful. We should all do those every single day. Now, we're gonna try a different exercise. I like to bring my hands in a bit closer for this. I'm still wider than shoulder width though. As I bring the arms up here, I'm gonna keep them straight up towards the ceiling, hug my stomach muscles in, and as I exhale, lean to one side and just get a big stretch down your waist at the whole side of the body. Big inhale takes you through center, keep your belly firm, and then exhale, lean to the other side and feel your ribs open up, your waist, and then let's just do that a few times from side to side. So a big inhale and a big exhale. Big inhale and a big exhale. Okay, nice. We're gonna take a rotation with this. So now my arms are out in front. I'm gonna bring my hands in just a little bit closer. I'm gonna make sure my feet are nice and wide apart. And then I'm gonna twist all the way to the left. Doesn't really matter which way that you go, but just see if you can rotate through your whole body and look back behind you. And you should feel this through the feet. One arch is dropped down, one arch is picked up. Your hips, your whole body, try to turn all the way to the back of the mat. And now let's slowly just go the other way. And we're just twisting once to each side. I don't wanna make people dizzy doing any more than that. But hold here to the other side. Notice the feet, the arches, the hips. See if you can look all the way behind you here. And slowly come back to center. All right, let's take the strap over the left shoulder. We'll just all do the same side. So I've got the strap on my left shoulder, and it's my right arm that's gonna be internally rotated and then reaching up my back. Get a nice big grip here, and then use this left arm to try to pull the right hand up your back. And this can be a very intense stretch, especially if you've got rotator cuff injuries that you're dealing with, so don't force anything. And when you get this top arm as straight as you can and you feel that it's kind of pulling your right hand up, just hold and breathe, get your chin up. And then slowly we will switch this to the other side. So letting that go, taking the strap on the right shoulder, internally rotating that left arm, reaching up the back. And let's just give this a try on this side. And this is where you take note in your body how one side feels versus the other. My left shoulder's fine with this. My right shoulder is a little tender, so just noticing that in your own body. Trying to get your gaze up, trying to get your top arm straight. Let's just take a few deep breaths on this side. Okay, nice work everyone. We're gonna take our balance with our strap today as well. So, standing on the right foot, let's splay those toes, and then let's step into this band with this left foot. Okay, and you need to be careful here. I don't want the leg to come up too high. If you're at all worried about standing on one leg, you're gonna keep your left leg fairly close to the floor so you can catch yourself easily if you lose your balance. Okay, so if you feel very confident on one leg, maybe you get your left leg up nice and high, but I want you to be very engaged through the upper body. So I like my elbows bent and I like my back engaged. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together on my back and I'm kind of pulling my leg into my hip socket. Very solid, strong, standing hamstring. Good. Now, stay here and breathe. Or, option, to put the strap in the left hand, open your right arm to the side, and see if you can kick this left leg straight out to the side body. And that might be a lot to move here, so don't attempt it if you're worried about falling while you're tied up. You want to get hurt. Okay, and then if you did swing your leg to the side, let's bring it back and see if we can land back where we were, which was here. And then we will all take that down. Take a nice big breath, take a quick shake out of that right leg, and maybe a quick top of the right foot stretch. And then you will set that up on the other side. So shoulders back and down, left foot splays. Right foot hooks. Maybe you're playing close to the floor here today, being safe, lock your gaze. Okay, it can look like this. It can be a moving challenge. Maybe you're gonna get a big solid grip here in your strap. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, stick that chest out. It's like I'm in a back row that I'm holding, and now I'm pulling my leg into my hip. Super solid standing position. Lock the gaze, breathe. If you're feeling very confident here, maybe we switch the grip to the right hand and we stretch the left arm out to the side as the right leg starts to kick out to the side. And you keep that steady breath and steady gaze. I love it. Everyone doing a little something different there on the screen. If you kicked out, and I saw a number of you do that, can you come back to where you were? Can you reset the grip with this left hand, solid in your back, before coming down? Nice job. Beautiful, and then kind of shake that out a little bit, and let's go top of left foot real quick. Get a feel for that position on this foot. Hopefully you're getting more comfortable with this position and doing it more often. The strap will go down for now, and we will come to stand with our feet together, big toes touch, and we're gonna squat into chair. So my knees are gonna drive forward. I'm testing ankle mobility with that. Keep the heels down, and then sweep your arms forward in chair. And let's twist to the left, internally rotating our left arm, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and can you look back over your shoulder? And then release back to center in chair. Internally rotate that right arm. Let's twist to the right. Let's look back over the right shoulder. Keep your knees even. Return back to center. And then pop up on your tiptoes just for a sec. See if you can balance it. Eyes locked. Heels down and hands come down. Okay? And then step back all the way to plank. Let's lower ourselves down to the floor. Take a moment stacking your hands and resting your forehead. I like starting with bend your knees and sway your shins. Just in case Cobra is not nice in your back, this is where you'll stay. And always your option. If Cobra feels nice, let's do a few. Today I'm gonna go fingertip position off the side of the mat. So taking my hands here on the fingertips with big elbows, and then the forehead to the floor. Nice big inhale, lifts up the chest. And the exhale brings you back down. Good, so any variation that feels good in your body. Let's do 3. Full breath. One more. Good job. Okay, and then peeling ourselves off of the floor, we are going to bring it to downward dog. We're going to get ready here in our downward dog to step through to warrior 1. So take your right leg to the sky, reach it up as high as you can. And then as you exhale, let's step through. Take your time getting here, there's no rush. Your back foot's going flat on 45. Before I stand up, I'm going to put my blocks back here for pyramid pose. All right, hands on our hips, twist forward and sink in and out of your front leg a few times in warrior 1. Connect to the stretch in the left hip. Your right leg should be forward. We're going to hold low and send it up through the arms. You have this choice always to stay here, or for a deeper stretch, maybe interlace your fingers and flip your palms to the ceiling and see if you can pull those arms all the way back. You got it. And then as we straighten our front leg from here and open to the side, I actually want you to get set up right away in the sumo squat position. So I've turned my toes out, my knees out, and then I'm gonna squat all the way down into this goddess squat, which has us trying to flatten our hands, palms to the ceiling. From goddess, drop your elbow, your left elbow to your left thigh, and then your top arm, your right arm, is just gonna reach over the top of the head. I'm gonna also kick my right leg straight here. Good, come back to the center in your goddess, strong. Drop your right elbow to your right thigh. Start to reach your left arm over the top of your head. Maybe kick that left leg straight here. Big stretch down that left side, and then pull it back to your center and stand it up. Take your feet and turn your toes in with your heels out, hands on hips. We're gonna forward fold here. So soft knees brings you over, fingertips can come down to the floor. You can allow the top of your head to drop towards the floor, and then just hang out and breathe. Soften your knees as much as you need to. Okay, and then while we're here in our fold, you can stay perfectly still with this, or maybe you want to change your feet and then start to do the lunge from side to side. And this is where you support your body weight and take this as low as you want to. If coming all the way down into a toe stand is an option in your knees, maybe you'll bring yourself all the way low. But be careful with your knees. Okay, and then the next time that you start to move towards your right leg, this is where I want to shift to pyramid pose. So we start to turn the feet straight forward, and I'm going to grab my blocks on the high side here. I'm going to step my left foot in a little closer for pyramid, make sure I'm nice and straight through the back. Feel that as a big stretch up the back of this right leg. Nice, and then option, I can go hands on hips, strong pyramid, or I can go big airplane arms. Also that option to float your back leg if you want to take warrior three. And then if you're in pyramid or warrior three, you are slowly going to come to stand. Okay, pyramid friends, come all the way to here, back foot steps forward. Nice job. Take a big inhale, send it up, take a big exhale, forward fold, and step yourself back to plank. As you come down onto the floor, option to stack your hands, rest your head, bend your knees, sway your shins, or grow your cobras. I'll leave that up to you. I'm going fingertip cobra tonight, so big breath in, big elbows. Exhale, take it down. Okay. Hope everyone's just doing what feels good in their body here. Maybe the cobras feel a little more open this time. Let's do another one. And let's peel right off the floor to downward dog. Pausing in that down dog, reaching, lifting the sitting bones, reaching the heels, putting the weight on the outer edges of your feet. Getting ready, because this time your left leg will float to the sky. And as I exhale, I'm going to step the left foot through the hands. We are coming to warrior one. There is no rush. Take your time. Hands on hip bones, turn them forward. Let's sink in and out a few times here. And breathe. And next time I sink in, I'm going to hold it, take the big reach through the arms, decide if I want to stay nice and wide, or interlace the fingers and flip the palms, lock those elbows, and try to pull the arms back behind the head a little. Chin up. Nice. And then as your arms come down and you turn to the side of the mat, you're getting into your sumo squat position, your goddess squat position. So wide. Be so wide. Bend your knees, get loaded in your thighs, and then flip the palms to the sky. Let's drop our right elbow to right thigh, reach over the head with this left arm, and see if you can straighten out this left leg. And then back center, strong and low, over to the left, top arm straight, maybe straightening out that right leg as well. Big reach over the head. We come back to center and we stand. The feet turn in. And then this time with your forward fold, if you want chest opener, let's interlace our hands, but that's an option. Take your in breath, and as you exhale, bend your knees, and let's forward fold here. Option to be lifting those arms up off the back if the shoulders will open up there. Okay, and if you want to add your lunging, maybe you're releasing the hands, taking them to the ground, and maybe you will start to turn your feet out and lunge your body with support up to you. So, whenever I do my lunging on the other side, I always feel like now I can keep my heel down as I squat into one leg. So if your ankles feel warmed up at this point, and maybe you could keep the heel down, try it. Okay, now let's think about this transition to pyramid. So the next time that we're moving towards our left leg, we're just gonna spin everything forward, grab onto these blocks, get them on the high side, and then land that beautiful pyramid pose here, where we're trying to sort of square our hips, straighten out the legs, but don't hyperextend them. Okay. Beautiful stretch into the left hamstring, and then this option to put the hands on the hips and hold this strong pyramid, okay, or airplane and hold this warrior three balance. Totally up to you. Pick, and then let's start standing up, whatever position you're in, standing strong and slow. If you're in pyramid, you'll step forward. Oh, good job, everybody. Take that big inhale, sweep it up, and big exhale, step back. We are coming to the floor. And lowering all the way down. And as we get on the belly, this is where we are going to play with some back extension into twist. But if you would prefer not to twist, keep working a back extension or some cobras, okay? So with my hands on the back of the head, I'm going to do 5 back extensions before I twist to the right. So let's lift for 1, come down. Lift 2, come down. 3, 4, and on 5, tuck your right elbow underneath you and roll onto your right side. Your top leg will bend and you will roll off of your mat into this lying twist. My hands are behind my head. I could release this right arm and take it to the outside of my left knee if I want. This is a very deep twist. You do not have to force the knee to the ground, and you do not have to force that left shoulder blade to the floor. You are just looking to the ceiling and feeling that back bend, that twist. And then coming back to the tummy. Whoop. I'm gonna do another big back extension here, just a single. And now tuck the left elbow. Roll on the left side, bending your top knee. And we're over here. I can take my left hand to the outside of this right knee, and I can play between these 2 points. I can reach my knee towards the ground, and I can reach my shoulder towards the ground. I don't have to be reaching them at the same time. I can sort of play here, because that's a very big twist for me. And then let's release and roll back on the belly. Nice job, everyone. And as you come back onto your tummy, prop up into your sphinx. So let's prop right up into elbow position. Elbow position that's comfortable for you, so far away if you need them to be far away. Okay, and then we're gonna play with our knee bends. So we're just gonna see if we can bend our knees a little bit here. And as I'm bending my knee, I'm trying to keep my hip flexors pushing down. And we've actually done a lot of stretches getting into the front of the hip, so hopefully that's feeling a little bit more open for you. Okay, if it feels very open, maybe you want to bend both at the same time. And then maybe you want to prop up on these elbows a little bit more, feeling like you're getting a deeper back bend here. I'm digesting my dinner. Okay, so from this lovely back bend, straighten your legs and push yourself off the floor. Send it back to child's pose. Option to have your knees together so that your back really rounds out after that. Letting your forehead drop to the floor, pressing your hands into the ground. Okay, Okay, from here we're gonna slide our right knee forward and come into a right hip pigeon. So my right knee is gonna travel behind my right wrist as I start to sit my hip towards the floor. If you have any concerns with this right knee, you change this to your seated 90-90 to be safer, okay? So listen to a knee that is giving you any warnings. And if your pigeon feels nice, stay long in the back leg. And you've always got that option to drop yourself down to the floor or to your block here. I want you to just be feeling that right hip, that right glute. And then you're gonna take a moment to close down the eyes, relax your neck and shoulders, and just breathe into the hip. And for anyone that wants to focus on the back leg, when I'm in a pigeon, I like focusing on the quad of the back leg, so grabbing the left foot and just feeling that through the thigh as an option. Or if you chose 90-90, then maybe you'll play with some strengthening with your internal hip rotation in the back leg as an option. Okay, so we're still feeling our front hip, but maybe you're adding something onto the back leg. Okay, and then whatever it is you're doing there, make your way back to a tabletop, and then we will get into our left hip. But before we get into the left hip, I'm back in table. I'm gonna do a hip swing from side to side and just kind of shake that off. Shake it out. And then reset. Your left knee will drive forward behind your left wrist. Careful pigeon or seated 90-90. Settle into whatever position and just focus on this left hip for a moment. Back to the breath through the nose. Shake off any tension in your neck and jaw and shoulders. Close the eyes. Connect to this left hip. Notice any differences. If there is a micro movement that helps you let go, make any little movement you need to. If you played in the back leg, we'll add that here. Seated 90-90s. This is this internal rotation, that back shin coming up and down with control. Just looking back over your shoulder, keep in form. Okay, and whatever it is you're doing, maybe you're letting go of that back leg if you were holding on to it. We're gonna make our way out of our left hip and we are gonna be swinging our legs forward here. And then as we swing our legs forward, make sure that your strap is nearby for when we come down to lying on our back. And then we'll do a few seated stretches here. We'll start with a seated forward fold. So first you're just up tall, toes are up to the ceiling, and then you're gonna send it up in your arms. If you have a very hard time sitting on your sitting bones and sitting up tall, then prop up on your arms tonight and get comfortable here first. If this is very comfortable and you want a forward fold, hug your abs in, reach over your legs and just see where your arms land, and then relax the back of the body, let your head hang. And slowly sit up. We're gonna take a little seated twist before we come down onto our back. Bending your left knee and taking your right hand to the outside of the left knee. We can twist here. I'm reaching my left arm back, sitting tall, Or you could straighten your right arm and reach for the outside of this left foot, okay? So this is an option. If you want to try to extend the left leg and bring the leg across the midline of the body, you will feel your IT band as you twist and look back. So pick a twist that works for you. Let's breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, look back behind you and hold here for a few big breaths. Nice, and whatever position you picked, slowly coming out of it, turning forward, kicking your legs out straight. Let's try that on the other side. So I can start with my right knee bent, my left hand at the knee, sitting back here. Or straighten that left arm and go for the outside of the foot and kick the leg and cross the midline of the body. My right arm is gonna reach at shoulder height all the way back behind me. Inhale, pick your chest up. Exhale, look behind you. Let's hold. Breathe, big breath. Amazing, and then undo that twist and let your leg go. Good job, everybody. We're coming onto our back with our strap, and we will start with this strap around the left foot. I'm gonna take the strap right around the middle of the foot and then slowly come into that hamstring stretch on the back. It's important that the right leg is active. We're gonna have our right toes up and our right kneecap up. As you come into your lying hamstring, don't bend this left knee. Let's draw the leg towards us. When you feel the stretch in your body, you're done. You hold that. If you have very tight calves and you want a little more focus in the calf, you will shimmy the band to the ball of the foot and you will pull down more at the ball of the foot. Nice big breath. Relax through your nose. Now if you just want to focus on hamstrings tonight and stay still, go right ahead and stay here. If you want to move with me, I'm going to switch the band from hand to hand. I'm going to put the band in the left hand and drop the leg out to the left. And then I'm going to move it across the body, putting the band in my right hand and dropping it to the right. So if you want to move, let's go back and forth here, switching hands. But if you want to stay still, you go right ahead and stay still. I'm moving, but I'm not moving my right leg. I'm keeping my right toes and kneecap pointing up to the ceiling as my left leg changes position. And you might find as you're moving, this range of motion here starts to get bigger and bigger. But don't compromise with this right leg. Keep that right glute on the ground. Keep the kneecap up and the toes up. Okay, nice job. Let's switch legs. Starting around the middle of my right foot, focusing first on the right hamstring. Start to bring that leg back, keep that leg straight. Keep the left leg on the ground, but active. I'm gonna shimmy my strap to the ball of the foot and pull down on the toes more, different sensation into the calf. You can stay here, okay? Or if you want to, you will begin to take the leg out and across at your own pace. Reset that left leg though. If you're doing this, don't let the left leg move. Notice again, if you're moving with me, it only takes 3 or 4 times, but as soon as I've done it 3 or 4 times, my leg just has a much bigger range of motion here. body 2. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna take a full body stretch on the floor here. So let's just go long legs, straight long legs, and then straight arms are gonna reach right overhead. Join me here. Nice big full body. Nice work tonight, everybody. We did some different stretches, the stretches we haven't seen in a while. From long line stretch, give yourself a hug. Let's grab the legs, squeeze it all in. Thighs to tummy, rock on the low back. If you want a happy baby, you'll take it here. Going for the feet, the ankles, whatever you get. Rocking that out. If there are other positions you love to finish with, this is where you go ahead and add on. And if you just feel ready to land where we started, approximately 45 minutes ago. I think I went a few minutes over, I'm sorry. Then let's land where we started. And then let's just take a moment here, a minute or two, to let all of that movement settle into your body. Flip palms, close eyes, open jaw. Breathe your deepest breath, expand your lungs.